So I came across a little clip of a Fresh and Fit podcast on TikTok, and apparently they had Skippy on their podcast, and I thought we could watch some timestamps that I took down and get some reactions because, man, this one, I'm not going to lie, kind of made me a little upset. So we're going to start with the first clip. How much for a lap dance? All right, go on, Ian.
Wearing a Virgin shirt, okay. Isaiah Briceno, $20. Yo, how much we got a super chat to get Skippy a lap dance?
Oh, you know what? If we get $100 and they definitely follow the girl that does it and they show her mad love to her, whatever she's doing,
Spam
then
likes.
we'll definitely do it for sure.
Okay, 115.
Speak for yourself.
8 Australian. What are the odds the panel gives their best Australian accent? Okay, and then we got Leon.
All right, so that's the first one. It was kind of like, why is Fresh always trying to do stuff like that? I don't know.
He a pervert. Fuck why? What do you mean? Why is he always trying to do shit like that? A fucking pervert. That's why. Oh yeah. You know what's crazy? He said $100, and then he had to kind of like add shit to it afterward to make it like $100. Oh yeah, I gotta remember about the bitch.
And you gotta go to
Follow the
OnlyFans,
bitch. Her OnlyFans and like some pictures and some shit. Yeah, that'll be enough for the bitch.
All right.
But yeah, $100. I'm trying to see this lap dance.
Get the next one ready, Ian. So they talk about
Are we gonna pause it at each?
I don't know how to set it up where I can continuously go through it. If you want, we can just have Ian. If you could
Play all the things and then
Do you know why he came on? Like, did he talk about why he came on?
They just reached out to him. They didn't really get too into specifics. It was mostly just about introductions. Introduce the girls and Skippy about he's a YouTuber and his background. He didn't really say specifically why I got on. Like he didn't say I'm here to promote myself. Like I mean, he probably did, but like he didn't really say anything specific. Like he's just there because like it's an opportunity. They paid for his flight. He came on the show. He was super excited. One of the clips where I want to get to, I guess we can probably skip to that one, is 4020. If you want to get to 4020, Ian, pretty much, he's like expressing how happy he is to be here, how awesome it is. He appreciate it. Like he gets to be this guy who comes out here, and then the girl on his, what is it? I think our left, right here. Where's my hand? Just how she reacted to it, I don't know. It just bothered me. Go ahead and play it, Ian.
I wish that things had been different, right? Like, and especially now, I really wish that I had been around people of different groups. I mean, like, I honestly feel as I'm sitting here, like I am in a casting session of like a VH1 show, right? And that all the girls and the guys, right? And that they just slip me in as like a decoy for something like that because everyone here is beautiful. And I wanted to say, you guys have been like super nice also.
Yo, Bianca, your face is killing me here, Bianca. Your face is killing me.
You're not a decoy.
Such a hard time.
No, this is so much fun, though.
Sad. Like I'm sad for you.
Wow.
That's not.
You
good.
need to have
I'm
sex.
having a great time. You should be having as great of a time as I am.
Yeah.
Aww. That's not good.
I'm just. Yeah. I just feel so bad.
No.
Oh no, it's okay.
Why?
I can maybe make money
I
as a
think you can
Jesse
pause it at that
Plemons.
point. I don't know why she felt sad. Like, I guess I don't know if they deceived him. I don't think there was deception, but pretty much the whole show were them kind of analyzing the heck out of Skippy, in my opinion. Like they were just trying to give him advice the whole time, and I don't really think he was really looking for advice. I think he just wanted to be on the show, and it turned out into a whole let's analyze and critique and get your like opinion on the life and he did self-proclaim himself at the beginning of the show that he is a beta. Like he definitely identifies himself as a beta.
But that's part of him. That's part of him selling himself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, he can't
All these hoes is
technically not
respectful
be a
too, by the way.
beta, or he'll lose his character. Like if he fucking is like, no, I'm actually trying to get.
Well, I
laid
guess
and
that's a
just
question.
can't.
Do you think this is a character, or do you think this is who he actually is?
I think it's both. I think he leaned into the character and developed that way. Like I don't think initially he was this bad, but instead of learning his lessons, he noticed he's getting
stuck?
If he's monetizing his YouTube page,
He's not monetizing. He's monetized, but he's not making a living off of it.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's branding, he's selling stuff.
Because that's
he's
another
doing-
thing I wanted to get
How
into
about merch?
here.
How does he do on merch? Do you
Oh,
know?
I mean, is that one of his shirts?
I mean, if
Maybe
he
I
sells
don't know.
those
He's got
shirts,
a hat
his
like I am
merch is-
Skippy. Like I don't know if
Because
he
I've always
might
seen
have
him with
merch.
shirts in his.
He
In his
probably
little,
does have merch, but I don't know if it's selling. Because
He probably gets sponsors at least, and the sponsors give him some cash when he reads them out before like his spiels or whatever they are. I'm not too familiar with his
Trojan
like,
need to
show
get
or what he
behind
does.
this man
Like if
right
you want
now.
to go to 4740, that's when Myron actually questions like how much Skippy makes and what he does for work, and it's kind of
Okay.
like,
Although I'm not gonna lie, I feel like her response was actually genuine, but it very much is in like a cute puppy like kind of way, and I could see it if like it's cringy if you don't see yourself as that way. I think that he's already accepted that. That's why he responds with him just being like, whatever. Like,
Man,
not-
all
But
them
so-
bitches just told me they straight up liars. He
but
was
the
like, y'all
disrespect-
beautiful.
So I
He said,
agree. with-
you are too. You are talking about like, bitch, what part? What about me is beautiful? I
Like,
just
I don't
want you to, I just
disagree
want to
with you.
hear
I
it.
don't think she did it with malicious intent. The problem is she. This wasn't a time and place for her to show some level of sympathy, empathy, compassion, like niceness, whatever you want to call it. That wasn't the place for it, because instead of it coming across that way, at least to me, tell me if you guys see it differently, but I see it as super disrespectful. Like
I mean,
she pities this man.
Yeah, I
She
see.
in that moment demeaned him.
Yeah, I agree. It's petty. It's demeaning. Like if I was with some niggas, right, and I was trying to talk to Shorty, talk to the girl, and
Who was even trying to
and-
talk to the
no,
girl?
no, I know. I'm
Like,
just saying. But
I-
then she was like, "Oh, you're so cute," or da 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 da, and played it off real smooth like that. Because that's the equivalent. That's the same like bravado she had when it came to like, "Oh, you're so cute. You're so da da da." It was like somebody like, "Yeah, never," but yeah, you're adorable or da da da. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'd be
I'm
embarrassed.
gonna be nice to you, but I need you to understand that there's nothing come from this. I'm just trying to be a good person.
Exactly. I'd be embarrassed, but I wouldn't read so deep into it where I'm like, oh, this bitch being disrespectful. Oh,
Well, she's not,
this-
like I said, she's not blatantly trying to be disrespectful,
Mhm.
but the problem is she doesn't realize her actions can be perceived. Because do you think he really would think that, like, you don't think that bothered him a little bit?
no, because how many times has he heard it?
Yeah, he probably
doesn't mean
sees it
it
all the
bother
time in
him.
comments all
No,
the
I'm
time.
saying it really doesn't.
Does it help him?
And he's probably desensitized to that.
His body language
We've watched
too.
Skippy's.
What are you saying, Doc?
His body language too. He doesn't seem bothered by it at all. Like when
At all,
What do
he
you mean?
hears
Look at his.
it.
Well, this is earlier on.
We've seen Skippy's videos. Skippy has died. Skippy's been hit with bigger bullets.
I
You
haven't
hear me?
finished most of his videos because they're just so hard to watch.
Well,
I'm
I
not gonna
have.
lie.
And let me tell you
I'm
something.
not gonna lie.
Skippy's been hit with way bigger bullets and kept. I mean, not a scratch on him. Not a scratch on him. I mean, still pull up after the girl told him not to. Still call back. Still hang around. Go meet the guy that the girl was going on a date with right after him. Like Skippy has done some shit where it's borderline. Like, I don't know about you, Skippy. You might got some goddamn. You might be a virgin because you keep killing them all. Like that's.
Man, so it's funny to bring up Virgin. So Doc, say your point, and then sorry, Ian, we're gonna skip. Let's skip to something else. Let's skip to the 3355.
I was gonna say that, like maybe I don't know for sure. Like I'm just like, but maybe he's like on a spectrum and like he has difficulty interacting with
I think he's
social dynamics
autistic.
and stuff like that. Yeah, like something like that. And I actually think he probably gets the reverse feeling where like when he feels like a sexual advances or like he himself wants to make sexual advances, he probably is frightened of it and is scared of it and pulls back. But when a girl treats him like a puppy or and he rolls over, he's probably even more comfortable doing that than doing what I guess like the social norm would be for a dude, which is to take that as offensive and turn it over. Yeah, so I think he like might be doing it backwards, if that makes any sense.
No, I completely agree with you. I think he sees it as his way in, like where she's like, "Oh, you're adorable."
He's actually
da, da, da,
waiting
da.
for marriage.
I get that, but I'm
Huh.
saying not as his way into like, but his way into dating or whatever. I feel like he's like, well, that's the only way in I have. Oh, I'll be adorable Skippy. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
his play. It's,
Oh yeah, that's actually he's the teddy bear. That's his play.
hey, I'm Skippy, head ass.
Hey man, Roger Rabbit fucking got what's
That's
that girl's
true.
name?
That big-breasted cartoon bitch.
Yeah. Man,
here,
what's her
play
name?
it real
Fuck,
quick, Ian.
Jessica
This-
Rabbit.
There
So
you
pretty
go.
much Skippy says like he's a
Point.
virgin, he's waiting till marriage, and Myron's like, you're not a virgin by choice. And then go on.
I don't know. I lost my point. I'll shut up.
Okay. All I'm gonna say
He
is
had opportunities.
I have-
personally,
Thank you.
I don't think you're a virgin by choice. I think you're a virgin by, I guess,
Force?
reality.
Yeah.
By you're
Okay.
by
Ignorant.
you're. I think you're involuntary celibate right now. But I think you have definitely the potential to get girls. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It just we just gotta improve some things. And here's the other thing: you said that you're like looking for a woman to get married, whatever. Are you actually actively pursuing that, because if you want to get married, you're gonna have to put in like work to find a woman and better. I would argue that finding a wife is gonna be far more difficult than finding a girlfriend, because finding a wife, you're gonna have to screen her even harder than a regular girl that you're gonna casually date and then see if she's worthy.
That's a great point. And
I would
the
argue
short answer is
that
you're
finding
right.
a career is harder than finding a job. What is he talking about? I would argue that finding a wife is harder than finding a dud, nigga. One is a lifelong commitment. One is not. What is he talking about? And first off, of course, this nigga's a virgin by choice at this point. This nigga is all like, Skippy is well known on the YouTube platforms. Alba and Preach have 1.5 damn near million subscribers. So at the very least,
at least I think what 2 or 3 of his videos.
What?
As far exactly.
It's like 5, 6. So at least 1 million people know who Skippy is on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube sphere. So there are bitches who have probably DM'd him. I need to stop saying that word this often during this podcast. There's women who DM'd him and offered him them thighs, offered him them legs. But I'm sure he was like, you know, it takes away from his. If Skippy fuck, we all gonna know.
You have that walk.
It's gonna be different.
It's like the fucking game with Dragon Ball Z where we all feel it. We all feel the power level change. And
Oh
we're just
man.
like,
I feel a disturbance in the force.
Oh man, then they gonna have a shirt that says.
Did it.
Then they gonna have a shirt that says body count 1,
That would be the best shirt. I'm not gonna lie to
and
you.
on the back is gonna say and counting. Woohoo! Skippy, come get at me for your merch.
So I guess so Skippy, let's critique mine a little bit here. So because we both kind of
Big
reacted,
Phil was
obviously.
popping.
My thing is, I don't know if this is my bias. You guys tell me if I'm obviously being overly critical here. Like Myron is like not in the wrong, but I feel like there's a more tactfulness in going in a way to go about this, because Myron would say his intentions are to better Skippy, to improve Skippy, to help him grow, and to not be a beta and an alpha as they like to think of themselves. Even though later on this podcast they don't think they're alphas, but it's like, okay,
I think Myron, before he tries to help anybody, he feels he has to prove he's superior to them. So, ooh, burp. The first whole part of his little advice shit was him exerting his dominance. Oh, I think this about you. I think these about you. These are my observations. My observations are complete. Then it's, I can help you. So it's just kind of like around what he can do for him instead of like real actual self-improvement or whatever. Like there's no reason. You know why. For Fresh and Fit.
And the irritating thing about you, real quick, is we might see some more. If not, just since I did watch this entire thing, so you could react to it, was he rarely ever let him fully explain himself. And when he did fully explain himself, he never accepted it. He always said, "That's an excuse. That's an excuse. That's an excuse." To the point where I think, let's get to the depression one, where I think Skippy was talking about depression. 146.20, Ian.
I think it's because it's not logical to Myron. Like, it doesn't make any sense that he doesn't want money and like status and using that to front to get women, and so it's very weird. Also, Myron's approach is like, you know when a trainer approaches you at the gym, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Or he's just like, I see what you're doing there.
You can lose a
Let
couple
me
pounds
help you
here.
out. You use what?
I said you can lose a couple pounds here and here.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you know, you got some good form, but let me show you how this works and stuff like that. And you know, I've been training guys all this time, and like just kind of boasting himself that you're like while you're in it.
Too forceful, abrasive, you know, in your face. Yeah. All right.
And then also these,
I would
like we
say
said
annoying,
before,
yeah.
these are the type of guys. These are the type of guys. Like would be the, I don't want to say incel god, but this would be the type of crowd or audience that if I wanted to say a guy who probably purchases a lot of OnlyFans content, I'd probably describe him looking a little bit like how Skippy looks.
So you think this is the
This is
reference you made last time about Myron and Fresh trying
They're
to
competing for the same people, the same men. Same men that the OnlyFans bitches are competing for. The little beta or whatever it is. I don't even like all that alpha beta shit. But
that's why there's that
the
saltiness or
self-described
lens
beta.
with Myron watching this, because it's like, yeah, I do think he's taking advantage of Skippy. Like, all this is to just show this is what you guys shouldn't be. If you use us, you won't be this. You'll be like us. And it's like, I don't know, but for me that just bothers me. I don't know
100%.
why.
Myron look like he got a
think-
glass jaw.
You think Myron sees him as a project? He's like, man, if I can get you laid, you will be my crowning gem.
Yes,
Oh,
I
You will
man.
be
really
the
do.
fucking
Honestly,
pinnacle
I
of my
do.
empire.
Oh,
like,
man.
I will
Myron
show
would see
you off.
Myron would see his whole platform, Skippy's whole platform crushed in order for him to gain. You know what I'm saying? He's going to, instead of charging $600, isn't that how much they charge? $600 for the Get Bitches tutorial or whatever the fuck they got going
think
on.
it's
Yeah, that
Instagram
shit's gonna
thing.
double
Yeah,
overnight.
600. It's going up to a band. They get Skippy and some. They just going up to a band.
All right, let's watch this. Myron's reaction to this. This made me so mad when I saw this.
Skippy, where do you live?
Ogden, Utah.
Okay. You live in the United States?
Utah?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have running water?
Yes.
You have electricity?
Mhm.
You have food in the fridge?
Yeah.
Okay, you got nothing to be depressed about. There's children right now
Oh,
that don't
my
even have
God.
clothes, that
Whoa,
don't have
whoa,
food.
whoa, whoa,
that
whoa,
don't-
whoa. Can you run it back to where Skippy spoke about being depressed?
Sure, I think
Yeah.
it's probably maybe go like a minute back. Let's see if that's good there.
I hate when people summer like.
So go for it.
Video where I say, hey guys, support me or my channel. I'm not doing it the right way, and people don't give a shit. Ogden, Utah.
Okay.
Oh,
You live in the
actually
United
forward
States?
A minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry about
you
it,
have
you're
running water?
Yes.
You have electricity?
Mhm.
You have food in the fridge?
Yeah.
Okay, you got nothing to be depressed about. There's children right now that don't even have clothes, that don't have food, that don't have anything. Only in the West do we have this notion that, oh man,
pause, Ian.
it's so tough.
To give you a quick summary, like he pretty much talked about his depression, how it led to him actually attempting to off himself, and he wasn't successful, and he goes more into it. And then this is Myron. I don't know if that was
Okay.
I don't know if that was directly after it or not, and it's not done. I just want to give you a little context. You want to
Wait,
see his
you're
talking about it, and
You're fine.
kind of mess up.
I remember, I forgot what podcast it was, but I was talking about, I hate when some conversations I won't have in certain spaces or won't even begin to have because they're so nuanced that even trying to summarize it or to just
Generalize it?
really
Some
quickly.
things you can't generalize.
You can't generalize it, and so it comes out as even if you're well informed on the subject, it comes out when you're trying to rush over all the topics and hit everything really quickly to let somebody know you know something. Like when that black girl went on a rant on that TikTok in the car.
Answer the whole world's questions.
Answer the whole world's questions. And so like I hate when somebody presents a nuanced conversation and then somebody thinks the answer they can just summarize everything. Well, you got this, you got this, you got this. And it's not that simple, bro. It's not that simple. Like depression is depression. Regardless of my point of view on the world, if I feel depressed, I am depressed. Whether you're arguing if I have the right to feel depressed comparing to somebody else is different. But to say if I'm not depressed because there are people who have it worse, and that should just cure my depression on the spot, actually speaks to how Myron feels. He's supposed to come up with solutions for his own podcast, his own chat. The people that look up to Myron that he's supposed to help, that's not a nuanced way of helping anybody. So that's, to me, honestly, that just speaks to how the fucking fit and fraud, like, or for whatever the fuck Abram Preach called them, fraud and fake. There you go. It just doesn't make sense to me to just, oh, you got water, you got food, you got this, cool. You ain't got no problems then, huh? Life just figured out.
Everyone start again, Ian.
Lame ass nigga.
Tough. Oh my God, I'm sad. I don't know how I feel. The problem is this. You're looking at what you don't have instead of looking at what you do have.
I ain't
and
never
you're
heard
making
that before.
excuses for your inadequacies. Okay? All I hear is wah, 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 fucking wah, bro. And the thing is that you've gotten away with doing this for your entire adult life because no one's told you the truth. Bro, you are blessed, okay? With all the flaws and all, you are blessed compared to 99% of the world population. You have running water, my friend, and access to food, electricity, and a shelter.
10
I don't want to
fingers
hear none
and
of that
2
shit. There's people right now that are in wheelchairs. There's people that are crippled. There's people that have serious defects. You're a nice guy. You're healthy, right, to a degree. Healthy
Somebody
enough to
should
work,
ask
healthy
Fit
enough
why
to
he
make
just
YouTube
buff.
videos.
Somebody should ask Fit what made him go to the gym and work out. It was for him? It wasn't because he wanted people to look at him in a certain light?
That's why Fresh worked out. They were giving him his set.
Fresh working out ain't working out. That
He
nigga's
apparently lost
been in
40
hoodies. Yeah, he been in hoodies as long as I've seen him. One is a t-shirt, one is in a hoodie. You know what that tells me? You're not ready. Man, I don't know, bro. This one's tough. He's some is there more parts to this shit?
I mean, he's not done. Like Skippy then reacts from this, and it's just
What does Skippy say in response?
yeah. Let's play it out. I think it's getting to it.
Healthy enough to become famous to a degree where people recognize you. Count with your blessings, bro. Stop making excuses for your failures. There's no excuse for you to have shitty credit at 43 years old. We have a playlist on here that we tell guys how to get their credit up on point, man. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things you could do, and we could talk about it behind the scenes, obviously, because it's a little bit more involved than what I can talk about here. But, bro, I need you to stop looking at the have-nots and start looking at the haves that you have. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're depressed, because you're looking at what you don't have. What you need to start looking at is what you do have. Your whole perception of reality is fucked up because you're looking at the glass as half empty. And that's typically what losers do. And we're trying to get you into a winner's mindset. Okay?
It's all the
I
mindset.
feel
No, I don't want to hear
Yes,
no
suit.
I feel or none of that fucking shit. The
Merch.
reality
Fucking
is
original idea.
is that you need to
She
change,
doesn't even let him
Skippy.
speak,
And I know this is
like-
hard to hear.
Like you
It's
said,
hard.
there's just
I
nuance
try,
to
and
this. Like,
I'm going
who are
easy
you
on
to
you
tell-
too.
can
You know what I'm
call
saying?
Marion. Because
I've
basically,
heard
like
8
he tried.
cliches. Go for it.
Nah, it's just you're just right. There's more nuance to this type of conversation. Like, who are you to take away this man's depression? Like, just because out of what the statistics of the world based off of food, house over your head, roof over your head, proximity to like your spot in the world and being in America, like it's just like, who are you to take that away from me? Like you don't.
That's like telling. Just, okay, boom. What's his name? Jason Williams, #1 player, went to Duke. He got into a motorcycle accident and it injured him really bad. So his NBA career didn't go how it was supposed to go. That's like telling him not to be depressed after getting in a motorcycle accident before the draft. Because there are kids in Africa who have no food, and you have food and water and shelter. So the thing you've worked for your whole life and is now in jeopardy, it should not affect you mentally or emotionally at all.
Or physically.
Fuck you, dickhead. That shit is, man, I don't know. That shit's lame to me. I just don't like, and then he's just talking to him. I don't like anybody who talks through, it seems like, and it even may seem like I do it at times, so I may be hypocritical here, but it seems like people, when people talk to their ego, or they talk in definites, like everything is just, this is just this is how this goes. It's just weird to me to see them. And then he's already said he feels like he identifies as a beta male. So for him to check, he's even being beta by trying to take advantage of what he feels is a lesser man. Like, man, fuck you, dude. Let Skippy do what he's doing. If Skippy wants to be like that, if Skippy didn't want to be like that, he would have changed, bro. Damn.
Because that's I think Myron would argue, I'm trying to help him change, and I need to be this direct with him, as he says, men are direct with each other. I need to be this direct with him because I need to help provoke change in him, or something, whatever you want to say. But like I said when we first got this conversation, it just lacked a level of tactfulness. Like, I don't disagree with the directfulness, but the way you're going about doing it live on your platform, doing it, is just, to me, so disingenuous that it's just like fake and fraud. It's just,
Well, it's also really difficult because like this shit doesn't work. This psychology stuff where it's just like, get fucking over it. Like, that doesn't work, dude. Like, you don't know the past, and I doubt he went through it within the past 45 minutes of the show. So like, he doesn't know if his dad fucking spoke to him like this for years, and it just actually generated this fucking I'm a piece of shit cycle of mentality in his head that he is now feeling. Look at the way he looks, dude. He's shutting down. He's probably been spoken to like this before, and he fucking is taking it now again, and he's relapsing into that fucking shell. And that's probably why he doesn't go out for girls. Whenever that fucking voice in his head says, I'm a piece of shit and I can't get over this, he just doesn't go out and talk to a girl. Like, he doesn't do it. And I think he's just waiting for a girl to kind of approach him with that mentality of like, oh, I want this guy and I want to keep him forever. And I think that's the easier option for him. And that's why he won't himself go out for it. But yeah, like, dude, this is not working. Like, clearly, like, he is fucking closing up hardcore in the image that we're frozen on right now. And Myron's like, oh, I'm breaking through. It's like, nah, dude, he is closing the fuck off.
he's
Myron,
taking a
wow.
beating, bro. He's taking a beating. Like, this whole, I don't, like, if y'all want to watch this
Nigga
later on
named
your own
Myron.
time, I'm saying right now, it's hard to watch. Like, one, it's they react to some of his clips and his videos are, I'm sorry, cringe. They're hard to watch. I admit that, but just the girls and clearly Fresh and Fit pissed me off.
Wanna
Like
see what
this
the
was just
comments
wasn't the
say.
right situation for this. Like if the whole intention was just to critique, I really hope he knew, Skippy knew, because if they just blindsided him, just like, hey, instead of coming on the show and just being part of this discussion that we normally have, we're just gonna critique you. I don't know. That didn't sit well with me. I really hope he knew. And even if he did know, I would question how did they let him know? Because, man, I just don't think all that was necessary at all. Just seemed like I keep repeating myself, just super disingenuous. Like there was no tactfulness in it. It was just Myron's, like Doc says, too much logic. Like you're clearly doing this wrong. You're 43 years old. You've been doing this, and this. Let's help you change.
Hey, this was a shot at Abba and Preach.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This was a shot at Abba and Preach.
I think this was strategic on their. I
yeah,
agree
this
there.
was a shot at Abba and Preach because they had him on the show to help him, whereas they, I guess, Abba and Preach have just been kind of critical or observational, to be honest with you.
No,
But
I had the same observation. It was just more. Since we like to get down conspiracies, like I would agree on strategic side of Myron was like, hey, they react to a lot of Skippy content. Skippy's the kind of guys we're trying to
win.
Yep, our fan base. So let's bring them on.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, cool. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I don't know what more to talk about. I just, man, come on, Skippy.
Leave at least like happily. Does he at least like walk out cordially, or does it just fucking get worse?
Well, they're gonna turn the
It get-
camera
it-
off
it
before
ended up getting
they
worse.
let Skippy stand up and walk
After
out.
this, after Myron, I think Myron gets like really into it about his opinion of him and all this, and then eventually, after it, he's like, it's hard to take this and then react to it properly, especially live, but also I've been peeing the last like hour, so can I go pee real quick? And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go pee. So he goes and he gets off camera for like a little bit to pee, but personally, I could be wrong here, but man, it looked like he had to go to the bathroom and like let out some emotions.
Myron solves depression. That's what the fucking tag should have been.
Suck it up, quote Myron.
Yeah, and then the girls end up trying to like dig into him a little bit more, and then Fresh is like, "Hey, no, look, he's had enough," and they cut it off. They end up ending it, but
You know what that was the equivalent of? Not all the way, but that was the equivalent of, hey, and make sure you feed your girls.
Yo, you made it to the end. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching Fake Deep Thinking. If you like the show, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to share. We really appreciate everything and appreciate you. So take it easy. Peace.
peace.
Have a good day.